Have you ever heard of Sakamoto Ryoma? He's probably one of the most famous historical figures in Japanese history. If you haven't heard of him, this video might help you to have a better understanding of him and the time period that he lived in. Before we talk about Sakamoto Ryoma, let's talk a little bit about the background. When Sakamoto was born in 1836, the Tokugawa government was still in power. The Tokugawa government had been in power for more than 200 years from 1600. Although the Tokugawa shogunate has brought Japan a complete peace after the Warring States period, they were very controlling, which is necessary to obtain perfect peace over thousands of daimyos who were eagerly seeking for power and land. In addition, in 1853, when Commander Perry came into Japan demanding Japan to open up the country and trade with America, the shogun couldn't do anything but accept the unfair demands as he was afraid that America might attack Japan. In the next following year, Japan and America established the Treaty of Kanagawa, which was very unfair to the Japanese. Because of this and many other reasons, people thought that they should bring down the shogun and change the government. Therefore, the anti-shogunal force rose. Now back to the point. Sakamoto Ryoma, or Sakamoto Naonari, his original name, was born in low-rank samurai family in Tosa province, present-day Kochi prefecture in 1836. As he grew up, he started to develop nationalistic and pro-shogunal ideas. He then joined the Tosa Loyalist Party. Nevertheless, he soon left the party due to a conflict caused by the difference between the ideal that the party and he were pursuing, becoming a ronin, wandering samurais without master. During this time, he decided to assassinate Katsukaishu, a naval general who wanted to modernize Japan. Though when he actually tried to assassinate Katsukaishu, he was convinced by him that the modernization of Japan was inevitable. Afterwards, Sakamoto Ryoma became an anti-shogun, pro-emperor activist who wanted to end the feudal system and open up Japan. In this period, there were two most powerful domains, Choshu and Satsuma. Nevertheless, they have been enemies for a long time and it seemed impossible that they will ever work together. However, Sakamoto Ryoma, who believed that restoration cannot happen if anti-shogun forces stayed separated and uncooperating, persuaded the leaders of two domains and negotiated a secret alliance called Sacho Alliance against the shogun. Then, with Katsukaishu, Sakamoto Ryoma established Japan's very first modern company, Kaientai. Kaientai was a trading company and also a private navy that often transported guns to the revolutionaries in Japan. In 1866, the Tokugawa government thought that Choshu domain was becoming too powerful, hence charged into Choshu. Nonetheless, unexpectedly, the Tokugawa force faced a bitter defeat against Choshu. In 1867, a lot of things happened. Now there is a bad news and a good news. The good news is the Tokugawa shogunate finally fell, and Choshu and Satsuma declared an imperial restoration under the name of Emperor Meiji, who unlike any other emperors saw Japan's need for modernization. They also renamed the capital to Tokyo from Edo. Before we talk about how drastically Japan changed afterwards, we need to know the bad news. Sakamoto Ryoma, who worked indeed hard to modernize Japan, was assassinated by pro-Tokugawa assassin on the eve of restoration. The assassin remains as an unsolved mystery even until today. However, because of him, Japan was able to be modernized. After the declaration of imperial restoration, Tokugawa period has came to an end and Meiji period began. The government took the idea of British bicameral government, meaning there are two legislative chambers. For example, the United States legislative branch consists two chambers, the Senate and the House of Representatives, which is consisted in the Congress. Moreover, Emperor Meiji set up the imperial oath of 5 articles, which suggests a way to modernize Japan and the adoption of parliamentary government system and constitution. He also abolished the feudal system in 1871, introduced a new school system in 1872, adopted cabinet in 1885, announced the new Meiji Constitution in 1889, open diet in 1890, and etc. Ultimately, this brought down the curtain of the pre-modern history of Japan and put Japan on a modern, global stage. Without Sakamoto, would Japan have achieved all of this? What do you think? There are no right or wrong answers to this question, but those types of questions are the best to think about. Thank you for watching.